Dear Diary, every morning I stand in front of my mirror and I feel like I am staring at a stranger. I see my round cheeks, my chubby arms, my uniform that feels too tight. No matter how hard I try to smile, I never feel pretty. I think the mirror hates me. It shows me every flaw, the acne on my chin, the way my belly pushes against my skirt, and the sadness in my eyes that I can never hide. At school, nobody notices me, or maybe they do, but only to laugh. Sometimes, I imagine what it would feel like to be invisible. Maybe that would be easier than being seen for what I am. But deep inside me, there is a tiny voice. It whispers that someday, someone will look at me, and they will see something beautiful. I don't know if that will ever happen, but I still hope. His name is Nathan. He is in my class, and he plays basketball for the varsity team. He is tall and confident, and he always has people around him. When he laughs, it sounds like he has never been sad. The first time I noticed him was during the school assembly last year. He was sitting a few rows ahead of me. He kept turning around to joke with his friends. When he smiled, it looked like he belonged in a different world than mine. A brighter world, a world where no one feels ashamed to be who they are. Since then, I've watched him from afar. He doesn't know my name. Sometimes, he doesn't even look in my direction. But I can't help the way my heart feels when he walks past me in the hallway. Even if he never notices me, I like imagining what it would be like to stand beside someone like him. Just for a moment. Today was the worst day I've had in a long time. During PE, our teacher made us run laps around the field. I was the slowest one. My lungs were burning. My legs felt heavy. I could hear the other girls whispering behind me. They were giggling. And then, someone said it loud enough for everyone to hear. They called me the human marshmallow. Some of the boys turned around to look. A few of them laughed. I tried to keep running. I told myself not to cry. But when I finally reached the finish line, I felt like I would collapse. I sat on the grass, trying to breathe. When I looked up, I saw Nathan. He wasn't laughing. He just watched me for a moment. Then he looked away. I don't know why, but that hurt even more than the laughter. Today, something happened that I still can't believe. After class, I was carrying a stack of books. I was in a hurry because I didn't want to be late for the next period. Then, I tripped over someone's bag. All my books fell on the floor. People just walked around me. Some of them stepped over my things. My face was so hot, I thought I would faint. Then, I saw a hand reach down. It was Nathan. He helped me pick up my books. He didn't look annoyed or embarrassed. He just smiled a little and said, "You okay?" I nodded, but I couldn't speak. My heart was beating so fast. It was just a small moment, just 2 words, but it felt like the first time someone saw me as a person, not a joke. I know it probably meant nothing to him, but to me, it meant everything. Dear Diary, I have to admit it now. I like him. I really, really like him. I don't want to, because I know it will only end in heartbreak. But every time I see him, I feel like there is hope in the world. It's not because he's popular or good. It's because he was kind to me when no one else was. When he helped me with my books, I felt like I mattered for the first time. Since then, I keep noticing little things about him. The way he holds the door open for people. The way he laughs with his friends. The way he looks thoughtful when he thinks no one is watching. Sometimes I wonder what it would feel like if he ever looked at me the way I look at him. I know it's just a dream, but dreams are all I have. Dear Diary, today, I heard something that broke my heart. I was in the restroom when 2 girls came in. They were talking about Nathan. They said he was dating Kayla now. Kayla is perfect. She has long, shiny hair. She has the kind of body that looks good in anything she wears. She is confident and funny. Everything I am not. When I heard them talking, I felt this cold emptiness in my chest. I tried to pretend it didn't matter. But after lunch, I hid in the library. I sat between the shelves, holding a book I didn't read. I just stared at the pages until the letters blurred. It hurts so much to want something you know you can never have. But maybe this is my sign to stop dreaming. Tonight, I did something I never thought I would do. I wrote Nathan a letter. I told him everything. I wrote about how I feel invisible most days, How his kindness made me feel like I was worth something. How I wish I were brave enough to believe I deserved to be loved. I didn't sign my name. I didn't want him to know it was me. When I finished writing, I felt like I had put my heart on paper. But when I thought about giving it to him, I got scared. I tore the letter into pieces. I threw it away, because even if he read it, what would it change? He would still be him, and I would still be me. Today, something changed inside me. In art class, the teacher said my painting was beautiful. She told me I had talent. It was the first time in so long that I felt proud of myself. After class, Nathan came over to look at my painting. He said, "This is really good." I don't know why, but those words meant more to me than any compliment I've ever received. It reminded me that maybe I have worth, not because of how I look, but because of what I can create. Maybe I am not just the fat girl in the back row. Maybe there is more to me. I have spent so much of my life hiding. I have been afraid to try, afraid to hope, afraid to believe I deserve good things. But today, I made a decision. I am tired of feeling ashamed. I am tired of letting fear control my life. I signed up for the art contest. I started eating healthier, not because I think it will make him love me, but because I want to love myself. For the first time, I feel like I am becoming someone I can be proud of. And maybe that's the most important thing. Today was the art contest. My painting won second place. When they called my name, I was so surprised. I almost didn't stand up. But then I walked to the front, and people clapped for me. For me, not for my weight, not for my looks, but for something I created. After the contest, Nathan came up to me. He said, "I always knew you were special." I felt my heart stop. Then he said he had seen my letter. The janitor must have found it and taped it back together. He told me he read every word. I thought I would die of embarrassment. But then he looked at me and said, "You're brave, and that's beautiful." I don't know what will happen next. Maybe this isn't a love story with a perfect ending, but it is the story of how I learned to stop hiding. And maybe, just maybe, it is the beginning of something I never believed I deserved.